This lesson we're looking at perpendicular lines and how to find the equation of them. Again, if you can get the title, grade and date and everything into your books. The first example we're going to look at is this, so y equals 3x plus 4. This time we've got a slightly different one. The property that we've got to remember for this is that if we are looking for the gradient of a perpendicular line, what we do is we take what's called the negative reciprocal of the number in front of the x, or the gradient. So the negative reciprocal simply means that we change the sign of it. So there, that 3 is a positive. For the perpendicular line, I would need a negative. The reciprocal simply means 1 over it, much like we've done with some of the indices questions. So 1 over 3x, and just like with the last one, at the end I can put any number I want, plus, minus, it doesn't matter. Each one will give us a perpendicular line. So I'm going to put here minus 2. For the next question, we've got y equals 5x minus 2. So similarly, for the last one, we are going to start off by putting y equals. We need the negative reciprocal, so I change the positive 5 into a minus. And I want the reciprocal of 5, so that simply means I need to do 1 over 5. X goes on the end of that, because that's my new gradient. And then any number I feel like at the end, I'm going to put plus 1 on this one. Third example is this one. So I'll start off by writing y equals. I want the negative reciprocal. Now because this is already negative, my new gradient needs to be positive. So negative reciprocal just means I change the sign. If it's positive, it becomes negative. Negative, it becomes positive. And the reciprocal, so I still need to do 1 over. So this becomes a positive 1 over 2 x. So I'm just finding the gradient, so it goes in front of the x. And then again, any number I feel like at the end, because I've not got a specific point that I'm going through. Next example, slightly trickier. This time we've got that the gradient is already a negative fraction. So with this one, we start the exact same way. Y equals. Because I'm doing the negative reciprocal, that minus now becomes a plus, so I don't need to put a minus sign here. And when we do the reciprocal of a fraction, I can't write 1 over 3 over 2, it gets a little bit messy. So the effect that it has is that it flips the fraction upside down. So this becomes positive 2 over 3, so just flipping the fraction, x. And then again, any number I want on the end, let's say minus 6 for this one. Final example of this level of question is this. So we've got y equals a quarter x plus 6. So again, same start, y equals. I need the negative reciprocal, so because this one is positive, it becomes negative. The reciprocal simply means flip the fraction upside down, so this would become 4 over 1 x, and then I can put any number, positive, negative, doesn't matter. I'm going to put plus 2. The only thing at this point that I would do slightly additional to all the other questions is that 4 over 1, which remember means 4 divided by 1, is just the same as 4. So actually, I would just finish off by writing this as minus 4, instead of minus 4 over 1, x, and I'll keep the 2 that I used, so plus 2. You should now be able to attempt all of the questions on section 1 of the perpendicular question sheet.